at the shop for a few minutes, getting the guys a fan because, yeah, our mini split has decided to crap out, which I ain't gonna lie, probably is my fault. It's had very little maintenance, but so anyways, like I said, I thought jump on for a few minutes if somebody comes through here, they got questions or anything like that. So we do the lives for, right? We just kind of ramble along. Like I said, you're here for, well, I'm here for you guys, and I hope you guys learn something like I learned from you guys. It's just a great thing. It's all good. Tanner says he's in the house. Tanner, what has been going on? How you been? How's the kids? How's the family? Everything going good? I got to kind of set you up here a little funny because I didn't bring nothing. So we'll see how much we can do with the battery. Wow, I don't even have a knife on me at the moment. So kind of. So since luckily it hasn't been super. Oops. Luckily it hasn't been super. I mean, it just never fails, right? I mean, as soon as I come on, boom, we got ambulance, everything's coming. Don't forget, hit the like button. But anyway, since the mini split's down, we got a fan. So that'll help out. Because it has been, I think the rest of the week is supposed to be pretty good. The humidity has dropped a little bit, so that's at least a blessing. Hopefully this fan, because I'm really not in the mood to spend a bunch of time putting a fan together. It's been a long day as it is. Finally, it's been nonstop lately. Oh man, it just gets worse, I tell you. I ended up calling the company that actually installed this HVAC, or this mini split, and come to find out, they hopefully the audio's okay. I got my thing in front of it. They said that they had 40 calls in front of me, so it could be like 3 to 4 days. And I'm like, ooh, I was like, ouch. Good for you guys. I totally understand. But either I got two options: order circuit boards, which are going to be around probably about $300-400 from after I was talking to Mr. Rich B about it. And I think I did my math wrong. I thought it was more like $600-700. So I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to repair or replace. Undecided, but I think. Oh my gosh, this thing looks like what is all this? Can't be that hard. I do garage doors for a living. Can't be that hard. Like, what the heck is this? Read instructions. It's just not really my style. All right, let's go through the comments since we're here. Here, need one, come and get it. Ooh, how many BTUs, Mr. Papatoni? How many BTUs? What brand? What's up? Tanner Day 2020 down. I would say, as a door guy, Larry video is nice to see another guy out there dealing with the same things. Well, hey, Don, I really appreciate it. Hey, I see we got one like too. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button. Just helps wake up the algo. YouTube likes it. Likes a little stimmy money. But no, thank you for mentioning it. Like I said, that's what kind of keeps me going. Sometimes it can be kind of lonely out here. It's just kind of lonely. You're like, hello, is anybody there? Plus, if you're kind of crazy like me, it's always way more fun because I do some weird stuff. So hopefully this will help out in case we get a little heat wave going. A little fan action. I've been wanting a good tripod fan for a while, Or what do you call it? It's osculating. I don't know what they actually call them when they stand up. Instead of a box fan, I got a couple box fans I've just had over the years, and you use them for a little body work or something, this and that, but they just never point in the right direction, it seems like. So this might work out pretty good. I think I know what I'm doing. I think I'm totally winging it here. Totally. So that goes down there. If that goes down there and that goes in there, and like I said, you guys are more welcome to ask the old comments or what's going on, or you can always be like Don, have some good words of advice. Okay, does that just go like that? Feels pretty solid. I think it's pretty bulletproof. Nice base. Feels good. I think it was $40. $40. But anyways, the Throwaway Society, right? It's like you're right on that teetering point. It's kind of like this mini split here, right? The old mini split. It's like, what do? Do you put a couple Hondos in her? Or do you just replace the whole thing for like $1,200? I don't know. You know, and it's been abused. I've been naughty. I've been really naughty with it. Rich Bees gave me a lesson on things I should be doing. Cleaning the filters monthly. See, now if somebody would have came to me, the heating and cooling guys would be like, we do a monthly or a 6-month or a yearly preventative maintenance. I would have been like, sign me up. I know that's very important. Sign me up. Dang! Look at this mama. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That feels pretty nice. Oh, heck yeah. Feels like a good stout cord on it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Feels kind of heavy duty. For once. I don't know if it says commercial electric, if that's going to mean anything. That don't really seem like that's too snazzy. But, see how it goes. What you got? What you got? Hey, Tony. Kayaking, fishing videos until Dave came on the feed. I know. What have I been on to lately? I've been on to everything, it seems like. A lot of automotive stuff. How the vehicles, man, a lot of vehicle problems. A lot of now this part seems kind of silly. What do they got going here? You know, it looks like they got nice grooves in here. I don't know if you can see that. You got nice grooves in there. You just have to trust me. There's grooves in there, right? So that looks pretty nice. I like that. But then it's like it's going to a round surface. I don't know. Isn't this supposed to go up? Oh my gosh. Don't get no ideas here. There we go. Rise to the occasion, right? All right. Feels pretty stout there. All right. Tony, been watching this kid. He says his name is Luke. He's a was it a crabber out in Maryland? Pretty cool. I think I've seen that, Luke. I think I have. Younger kid. He's got like his own boat or something. Pretty cool. Hello, I see Kit. No, they're made in Mexico. Oh, the Mexico. Just got last week. If you need one, I can give you one for a small price. Tony's got 12,000. See, I'm sitting at this one's a 14 and some change, so it's basically a 15. I know we did a little overkill. We don't have a really big space here. Yeah, right. That's what Tanner says. Tony's that delivered and installed also? Heck yeah, man. Sign me up. Sign me up. Hopefully I'm doing this right. Just get that weird feeling that maybe you're not. Okay. I guess it's just got a couple cheesy little set screws that clamp down. That part's a little cheesy, ain't gonna lie. Not bad. Not bad. I think it'll work out good. Just buy some time at least, because right now I don't know what's going to happen. That it sounds like what are we dealing with here? We got marketplace, right? Hell no, he says that's pickup only, Tanner. Smartphone was it says 600. Ooh, works from your smartphone. Heck yeah. Oh, dang it. Why is Rich always got to come up with stuff like that? You're right. It is going to be a pain in the butt. It is going to blow. It is going to blow the papers all around. Never even thought about that. You know, you get so spoiled. I'm going to see if I can find a... Got a spot right here. See how she works. It's got a... What's this thing called? The stop. Oh, that's oscillating. Cord could be about another foot or two, I would say. That's almost... It makes it... I mean, it's already good. Let's see how this puppy works here. Let's go like this, huh? Let's bring a little into the view here, see how this goes. Alright, so this is our on. Oh, there it goes. Holy shnikes, that's way too fast. Yep. This blowing the paper off? Yeah. Yeah. Like, it doesn't even feel like the speed works on this thing. Like, it's just all. That's too much. Stop. Oh my gosh. Dude, it's way too fast. Okay, that's hopefully full. Lower. Lower. Oh no, it's too much. It's got too big of a Hemi in it. Oh no. Oh no. See at least how it feels on you. I don't know if I dare float this puppy around in here. Easy. Easy. I'm going to probably take a calendar off the wall. Ooh, but it feels good on the back. Ooh, pretty nice. Luke, I'm in your father. What is that? In the fan? It's working. I don't know where they're going to park it, where it's safe. I figure it's better than the Milwaukee fan. The Milwaukee fan, you know, it has to be charged and all that kind of stuff. So I think this will be a little better for them. And like I said, luckily this week dude, that thing is way wicked. It's really too big a fan. I feel bad. You know how you normally are always like underkill? Well, this is definitely overkill. So yeah, might have to. You know, I think I got a variable speed thing. Maybe I could hook that onto it. Might have to do that. I might have to do that. Do I really need, it says use and care guide. Well, if you ask Rich B, yeah, I probably need to keep this. This thing probably needs to be cleaned about every month as well. But I don't think I'm going to keep this. These are normally kind of a throwaway. Let's see the washer. Something swivelish, divlish, all that kind of stuff. Yes, rotations, cord. Ooh, care and cleaning. I probably should read this for a second. Let's see what it says. Unplug fan before cleaning. Smart. Do not immerse any portion of the fan in water. Good idea. So that means don't put it in the bathtub with you. Slightly moisten a cloth and then wipe off surface of the fan. Okay. In order to remove dust from the grill, use a vacuum cleaner. Or remove front grill, removing the securing clips of the edge of the grill. After cleaning, remount the grill and secure the clips. That's it. That's it. My gosh, it's that easy. All right. Let's just take a few more glimpses in here. Oh, do we got Spanish? Oh, it's got Spanish. That's why it's so thick. It's got Spanish. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're just going to let that go in the garbage. And then we're going to see. I'm going to throw this stuff in here. We got a fan in here. Buy some time. Sorry, guys. But you know how it is. I can't help that the machine went down. That's part of life, right? Units you have, I believe, is 24 to 25 years old by the serial number. So I heard it's really hard. I can't get you guys to sit here. I heard it's really hard to find out the year. I don't think it's 20. I don't think it's 24 to 25. Because it's sad. This is why. This is a great reminder for all of us. Probably should be doing it on garage door openers, right? On the top, even it's probably gonna get dirty. But it's like, it's really irritating that all these manufacturers, they like hide this stuff, you know? So like none of the buyers can complain, right? If it's been sitting for a warehouse for a year or two, and then it gets to the customer, and then the customer's like, this thing's already a year or two old. Like, what are you doing? You know, blah, blah, blah. So what I should have done is I should have marked this thing when it was new, which I've done with new washers and dryers, and I do it with fridges now. I mark on the back with a permanent marker, install date, or I purchased something, so I don't have to think about it. So I even looked on the circuit board for like a print, a revision date or anything like that. So what I'm getting at though is, it's sad. I need to get plaques. I should just get placards made. I really should. But let's see, this one's, that was 14. That was Lowe's, right? Is that Lowe's Excellence Award up there? So 14. So it had to be around somewhere in there, because the business was 06. We were not here. I don't know what year we bought this. It wasn't in the Depression or whatever, the recession or Great Depression or whatever it was. The financial collapse. It was a few years out, so it probably was 2000. I'm feeling like 2012-ish. No, 17. No, it's probably 17. It might be about, no. I don't know. I'm thinking somewhere between 2012 and 14. Somewhere in there is when it was installed. Because that's probably about when purchased the property. Or the land and the building, is my guess. I don't really have any pictures or anything. I need some pictures. I need like that dollar. I used to have a dollar. Oh, it's up there. But the dollar ain't going to tell me because we never marked the dollar. I got the first dollar we ever made here. And the first dollar I ever made here was actually, what is that? There's a bug trying to come in here. It was, I think I might shut this door. It seems like the buggies are coming in. It was, I found it out mowing the grass. I'll shut that door. Too many bugs coming in. I've seen a mosquito too. So that's what I'm thinking. So that's why, I think it's over 10 years old. I see a bug. Don't like bugs. Ooh, need a label machine. The permanent marker works pretty good. We used to have a label machine. I don't know if I think we still have it, but where has been used in a long time. May cause cancer in California. That's right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the units, it's 10, 15 years old. And then, of course, I watched a guy that had some serviced, and he tried repairing something on his own, and then he ended up buying, was a Mr. Cool? I think it was a Mr. Cool or something like that. He bought a whole complete unit. And so I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, and it's a learning. That'd be kind of the first learning for me, So I'm debating. It's still on the fence. Even if I don't know. I'm open. I'm open for advice. That's how it is. I really don't think there's much more I got to throw in here. I don't want to go too far. We know how this goes if we go too far. If we go too far, we will lose the signal. So what we'll do is we'll get some of the stuff. Come on, lights. Those big bad boys. See if I can open this up for you. Oh, yeah. That old service spring. Proudly. Ooh, look at, they got this on there now, huh? Proudly. USA. Pretty nice. Some big boys. That's what I always made jokes. I always said, you need 2 men and a midget. You need 2 men and a midget to do that one. Boy, it's late. What is this, Rich? You got something that didn't finish it. What does it say? It says, nice thing is that They heat. Oh, they heat too. Oh, I see. I got you. That was just me reading it wrong. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna send you a picture. I was gonna send you a picture of this. I got this too. I got the heater. We got the heater, and we got air conditioning. It's all right here, baby. All for under $50. Just joke. I mean, I am happy that the unit broke now than in wintertime. But wintertime's not so bad either because we got those little space heaters. The guys got a space heaters in the crapper they like to have on, so they got a nice warm crapper in the morning. So I don't know. I don't know if it's. I mean, at least there's not a bunch of snow and stuff here, so that is pretty nice. So I mean, it could be worse. And like I said, this week is nice because we got a break. Because last week, man, if you guys were out working last week, wow, it was super muggy, man. Just hot, 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 hot. So this week feels like air conditioning to me, at least. The humidity's down a little bit, so it's a lot nicer. But I always tell myself, typically in my back of my brain, right, August is typically the worst. I think that was when I got the burn, when I did it for the, I told myself, we have to do it. It was for a fence job. And oh, we did it. And oh, did we pay the price. And then like a week later, after we're done, it was like way better. I was like, why did we do this? Why didn't we just wait a week till the weather got better? To a certain degree, I used to say 2 men and an Asian. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's I think these things are good to like about -15 mini splits. So, when we do get some cold weather, it is. But see, I don't know. The one thing I don't know is with the mini split, like in my brain, this is how my brain works. My brain, I go, but if you get a bigger one, right, it can do more area. I go, that should be able to like provide more heat. But I understand that they only outside can produce so much. But I think when a bigger volume would be able to produce more heat. Does that make sense? So maybe I'm wrong with that because I know this is overkill. We probably really need a 8, 9, 12. You know what I mean? If you go by the square, I mean this thing is. I feel like I made this office like a garage door section, 16 by 16, is what I remember, off the top of my head. So it's not very big, and we don't really have over, what is this, 7? We're close. I mean, it's basically 8-foot ceilings, so it's not nothing over it crazy. Come on, box. Hope everybody's been doing good. Hope you've been staying busy. Just let that there. We'll do that later, so we don't lose you on the Wi-Fi here. On the 5G, to certain, I used to say, they got a lot better. They can pull heat down to -15. See, and I think that's what this one was supposed to. But I definitely know when we get down in the single digits, 2 degrees Fahrenheit. This is all Fahrenheit. I know it's hard, but like I said, I kind of screwed up. I wanted the place to be kind of a commercial. I didn't want to do this thing used to have like a man door on it. You know what I mean? Like a house door. It swung, the wrong way, whatever it did. I don't know what it did. But, this window's insulated, right? The window's insulated. But the whole casing isn't. It's like this metal door, right? Nice expensive metal door, but this is, and then the seals in the bottom, you know what I mean? The seals. That leaks like a sieve. You know what I mean? There's a lot of leaks. But the whole thing is spray foamed. I don't know if I'm a big fan of spray foam. I'm not sold. I'm just not sold on it. It can feel very chilly. And it doesn't feel like it's just coming from it. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't know how to explain it. You ever have clothing? You wear certain clothing? I might be all dirty. I've been working on stuff. You ever have certain clothing that, but when it's soft, it feels warm, and then but when it's like they say, well, this is a synthetic whatever, and you're like, it still feels cold, even though it's supposed to be warmer than whatever. That's just how it feels in this, like it's like the spray foam just is cold and dense. It's not like if you told me, hey, and besides the itchy factor, but if you said, hey, would you want to lay on insulation, fiberglass insulation, or even cellulose, or whatever, the spray foam, not spray foam, but what am I trying to say? The foam it's made out of like old recycled, whatever it is, foam books. I'm like, I want to lay on that. As long as it's not itchy, right? I don't want to lay on the spray foam. The spray foam will be touchy and a little bit of warmth in spots, but like the other will just be like a nice blanket. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of weird, but I wanted to do it because it's basically a pole barn and rodents and everything else. But it doesn't really dense out the sound that I thought. Just I don't know. I'm just not sold. Pushed a George job back. Just too hot. Yeah, it's I get that. I totally get that. That opener I did yesterday when we did that it was last week during the heat, and man, it was toasty. It was one of those ones where you went 4 feet up the ladder, 3 feet, whatever, and it was like up there, and you just start that sweat starts rolling down, and you come back down, and you're like, whoa, man, it's like air conditioning down here. It's way better down here. Caleb, you go up there. You know what I mean? Like it was gruesome. It was gruesome. I definitely still like the heat though. I'm a big heat guy versus the cold. I don't have to shovel the sunshine, even though it can be a little toasty. I'll set that there for them. Leave the fan in a neutral spot. They can try to figure out what to do with this madness. Hopefully I assembled it okay, so it's not going to spin off and kill nobody. That's good. Does it have one more? No, it does not. This fan contains resettable thermal protection. If the fan stops working, as a result, the motor overheated. Okay, that's always a great warning label. Oh, and at least on a positive note, got the TV, had to get a different adapter for it, but it's working. Of course, the picture isn't very clear, but it's working at least, so you can at least see objects, which is great. The fan stops working, the motor overheating. Please wait for several minutes till the motor cools down. Then restart the fan. Why does this remind me of like when I bought that well pump, and it said you had to put a screwdriver in the back and turn it for the first time, but then I had to still do it every time? Why do I feel like that's what they're trying to warn me? Like, don't be surprised. This thing isn't built as well, because I don't even see fins on the back of it for cooling. I see some in the front. Oh, I guess it does have a couple here. So, I guess it does have some. I can only take off so much. That is true. That is true. The heat will get to you. That is true. I mean, I definitely can't. I can't disagree with that. I don't know. You guys let me know. You guys maybe put like in the comments. Put one. Put one if you like summertime more, or put two if you like the winter or colder seasons. Like I said, all the time in the colder seasons. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because I struggled over the years with the colder seasons. Like my old business partner used to tell me. He always be like, man, you know how much like it costs extra, and then what? I think there's a lot of layers to this, right? It's actually, I probably would like the cooler weather better, but here's the thing. At least in Michigan. So my issue is, there's a lot of issues, right? One is salt. I cannot stand what our roads and the brine and the calcium and all that, the chloride does to the vehicles. That drives me nuts. Something that everybody works super hard for. These things, they're not getting any cheaper. So you work, you know, so the salt, that's my biggest gripe. And then you got to buy all the gear, the Carhartts. You got to have the boots. You got to have the gloves. You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Oh, can't forget this. And then if you got to deal with it for yourself or for employees, road conditions, scissor lifts that won't climb the ramps. The road conditions are not good today. You know, the slippery roads, icy roads, snow covered roads, a lot of variables. So, but on the cooler side of it, well, hell yeah, I like the cooler weather. You know what I mean? But when it brings cooler weather, like if we could just stay like fall, I'd probably be okay. But it's just everything else that goes with it. That's the stuff I don't like. Shoveling, you know, like nothing worse when you got to plow the parking lot. Done that many times, right? When I used to have to plow the parking lot, and yeah, I still got to do service calls. Yeah, I'm spending all day. It feels like plowing a parking lot, not making no money. Not making no money, costing money. What are you? You are a weird bug. You need to die. Go up in that cobweb. All right, everything's kosher here. We're clear for beer. Doors locked. Bathroom. Maybe I should check, make sure we have had water issues. Make sure the toilet's not running. Nothing like getting a $600 water bill out of nowhere. Cameras on. Let the boogeyman know he's being watched. Tomorrow's another day. Make another $1. All right, that's good. What else am I forgetting? Let's check out these comments before we go out to the garbage can. Lose signal for. Tony's got one. Rich has got 40 to 70. That's a good way to do it. Well, I would, but I would be in jail. You know, it kind of reminds me of a story. It's story time. Story time with Dave, with Uncle Dave. Sit down and get your blanket. And so I remember got this guy. He's pretty big. He's definitely multimillionaire. Got many properties around here, storage units, golf courses, roofing company, you name it. I mean, it seems like he owns every kind of business. And it was kind of one of those weird, like, things, right? He calls me up, and he's got storage units that got broken into, supposedly. Somebody got in there, and they did like 6 or 7, 8 units maybe. And I'm like, all right, you know. He's like, can you come out and give us an estimate to what it would cost to replace these, you know, or to repair these storage units? And I'm like, you know how it is, right? Storage unit doors, like, man, I'm already going to like how are you gonna do that? You know what I mean? Like those are like pop cans. After you crush it, man, they're kind of done. So I go out there anyways, good customer. I go out there and I look at it, and there's some of them like kind of like they push really hard on them, and they possibly use their car to run up to them and push the doors in. But nothing's like super damaged to the point where I'm like, wow, these things are really kinked. But, you know, like it's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what to do with this. I'm like, all I can really do is like price them to replace them, and we kind of go from there. He's like, yeah. He's like, just do that. Just do that. And I mean, I'm like, he seems a little bit more adamant than I was, but I'm like, okay. So I decided to go down that route. And anyways, we order them. And of course, you know how it is. By the time they come in, we're just slammed. You know what I mean? And I'm like, he's calling, and he's like, hey, he's like, did those doors come in yet? And I'm like, yeah, you know, like they're supposed to be on the truck, blah, blah, blah. And they finally came in, still stalled out, probably another week or two. He's pestering about it. So I'm like, they're in. I'm like, what do you want us to like do? And I forget how we did it. I don't know if we just charged for the doors and didn't charge labor or something. But anyways, I'm like, he's like, well, just bring them to my shop and drop them off. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, I'm like, he's just going to use these doors for backup. He already, because he's like, he made it sound like he basically said, we got the other doors running. Like, we got the other doors fixed. And I'm like, and he's got like his own maintenance guys and stuff. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And I'm thinking, that's fine. Like, get these things out of my shop. I don't want to store them. So anyways, I get him. And then he's like, kind of part of the deal almost, it seemed like he wanted one put up at his deer shack. So I'm thinking, right, this guy's he's a multi-millionaire. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, like his hunting shack? And it's that, I don't know if you guys ever get this, and I know you guys will never tell me, but you ever get that young and wild, right? Remember how when you were young and you loved driving, right? You're just like, you just couldn't wait. And now you just want to be drove around like Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you just remember, like, you're like, man, if I had unlimited gas, you know what I mean? I'd drive all over this place. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, dude, this hunting shack got to be just like super sweet and just going to be like, like, I got to see this place, man. It's going to be up on a lake. It's going to be just wow. And so he's kind of bugging me. He's like, you're going to get up there and get that door installed, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Well, if you, he's like, if you don't want to, or you can't, I'll get one of my guys to it. No. I got this. Just give me like, I got to find a spot where I got 4 to 6 hours, because it's, it's all of an hour and a half drive up one way. So the time wasn't working out good. All the guys were busy. I'm like, I really don't want to take 2 trucks. I really, I'm like, I think this will be a good one for the wife-a-tron just to come up with. She can come up, she can help me, she can just be there for the assist. I really don't need much. It's just a little like 9x7 or something. Like, I'm like, it's just, it's nothing. So first we start heading up there. Can't find the address. We get on the road, but nothing, like we're talking driveways that go back 3 miles into the woods. You know what I mean? Like, just like, there's nothing. There is nothing. We're trying to, trying to do everything you can with like Google to everything. Just can't get it to work. Luckily, for some reason, one of his workers in one of their work trucks, I watched him come down the road and I'm like, who's that guy? And I seen him turn in and I'm like, that's one of his, workers. We're going to follow him. So we're following this guy, probably like a creep. Cause I think I had my red van. They didn't have any labels on it. So we were following him, go through this like gate. He's got like somebody out working on the gate, like doing like a little swing gate. I'm like, kind of like, how you get like, what the heck? What the heck, man? The gate guy's right here. Why didn't we get the gate? Anyways, the guy's working on it. We pull in. This guy finally kind of walks off his truck like, what's going on, man? Like, you friend or foe? And I'm like, oh, hey, man. I was like, I was just following you to this address. I was like, this must be, I was like, this is the guy's place, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, sweet. Like, cleared out all the trees. Now I see another guy that I know that's the maintenance guy there. And I'm like, hey, dude, not one tree. And he's like, he doesn't like trees. And I'm like, oh. It's like last week weather, right? Or right now, this kind of weather. It's just super deadly hot. First thing we find out, this building is nothing. It's nothing. It's nice. It's small. It's I don't even know how long it was. Maybe 40. Basically, think of a single wide. That's basically what it was. But it wasn't a single wide. It was built, but it was like a single wide. And this shack is a shack. This garage door's going on. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Now, the only thing cool was that in that shack, they had a 10,000 plus generator, our solar panel, and it had some super duper batteries. And the guy was explaining how the pump was running all night for sprinklers, and that it only brought it down like 20% or something. It was amazing. First thing we encounter, though, we get in there, bees. I got one half can of bee spray I kept on my truck. That's something for you guys to keep on your trucks too. Always remember, keep bee spray and bug spray, especially if you're doing those long distance. So first thing, we get in there, you know how it is. The wife-a-tron does not like bees. So we got bees, right? So there's 2 nests. It can't just be one and small. There's two nests. So it's running out. And of course, where do you go? We're up in Timbuktu, Upper Michigan, Michigan, man, upper Michigan. And I'm just like, so we start getting to it. The jam's not right. The jam is like there's boards in the way. I had to knock boards out. I got to frame this thing. Like it's a nightmare. There's a wall. You guys know what I'm talking about when there's a wall and the wall like there's no room. Like there's no room. There's no room for the track. And I mean, I all of a sudden, man, I start raining. And I mean, I am just raining and raining and raining. I start raining to the point where I stop raining, and I'm getting tired. I'm fatigued. I finally like I don't think I've ever done it at a customer's, right? And this one's out in the boonies, and there's guys around and stuff, so it's really no big deal, right? But still, it's just one of those things. I finally took my shirt off. I was like, it's happening. It's happening right now. I was like, my shirt came off. I mean, I was so hot. So, what the thing was though is the kicker to it, right? With the hot weather, that was what this is why Uncle Dave, right? Uncle Dave's got the PTSD, right? I talk about with the the long distance stuff, the long distance losers and stuff like that. Well, we get done with this job, right? It just went absolutely horrible. Like the whole time, I'm just doing the whole like son of a biscuit should have let his own guys do it. Like I would have just this job was horrible. This job was absolutely horrible. Nothing was framed right. We got bees in here. We're working in small little spaces with like, you know how it is. Like somebody's been building something, whatever. So chunks of wood, almost partially gravel, dirt floor, just the worst of the worst you could think of. Had to customize the side lock, to make it work. It just a horrible job. So anyways, we get done. And it's like, you think that's it, right? You're just like, oh my gosh, like we're finally done, man. We finally hit the main road. The main road, I think it's 10. I think it's 10, not 10 mile, but it's US 10, I think, up there. Up in Michigan. And so we hit the highway, right? Or the main drag there, 10. We're cutting across. We're almost heading over to like Manistee. I think it was Manistee, Michigan there. And as soon as we get onto that road, right, we look down the road. And the road's a super straight road, right? And we look down there, and it's nothing but black skies. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I've lived in Michigan long enough. I know what the hell's coming. And I said, that does not look good. That does not look good at all. So, of course, I had no clue that was even going to happen, right? So now it's like, beep, 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 beep. You're on your phone looking at the radar, right? And you see it. You see it's just a wall of red and yellow, and a horrible storm is coming. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I just want to go home. And so we're cruising down the road. And if we probably would have had more time, and of course it never fails, right? We're already way behind. Like we left like 3 to 4 hours of a buffer, and we already ate all that time up. Because of course we had to get back, something for the kid event, right? The wife had to take kids to school, something had to happen. And because if we would have had the option, I would have grabbed a hotel. That's how tired I was. That's how much I would have just found a restaurant to eat at. I would have lost my shirt. I would have lost my shirt on this job, right? There's no money. Be in the negative. I don't care. That's why I don't want you guys to be like that, because I've been like that so many times to the point of exhaustion that you're just like, I don't care. I don't care. I will throw gobs and gobs of money at this. I don't care. My health is more important. I don't care. I'm so exhausted right now, and I sure as hell do not want to drive through this storm. And so sure enough, it's like we got to keep moving. We got to keep going, because I got to get her back. I've got no other options. Both parents are up north. And so we start trucking down. We start hitting the highway. I think it was 31. Yeah, it was 31. We start hitting 31, and it starts raining. I mean, it's coming. You know how like when you have rain that's like standing 4 inches on the highway, and you're just cutting through it? We start going down the highway. We seen a minivan with at least a mom, I don't know about a dad, but with kids in it, rolled over. People are there helping them. We got to keep going. And we get down about another way. There's a truck rolled over. Hydroplane, I'm guessing. I don't know. Finally, I'm so exhausted and I'm so stressed out. I'm just like, dude, we gotta stop at a gas station. Like, we gotta give this like 5-10 minutes to hopefully blow over a little bit. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? It's like that rain where it's like you're doing 5-10 miles down the road. Like, you just can't see. Your wipers can't keep up. You don't know if you're hydroplaning. You don't know what's going on. So we stop at the gas station. Of course, you try to park as close. You dart in there. You try to, we're grabbing some munchies. We're grabbing drinks. And it's like, well, what if, can mom do this? Or could we call this person? Nope, they're not answering this, So we finally made it. I felt horrible for the wifetron because she just didn't have any time to, she's out there sweating just like me. And she ended up, they just had to jump in a vehicle and go. And I forget what, like I said, it was something for school, but they couldn't miss it. I don't know if it was when they do your report card stuff or whatever. What's it got here? 40. Let them, Dave, you want one of those? Got a brand new one, 3 of them. Let me know. Tell me to take some pictures. And just never know. I don't know which route I'm going to go. I might order circuit boards and try it. I'm not sure. Ross says, yep, 10. Is that 10? Is that Highway 10 or whatever they call it? Prepper. John, he's going a little crazy here. Immediately, you can stay only you and do warranties. Yeah, there's no warranty for up there. So that was another thing. Like I said, luckily that one wasn't like no operators, just hand operated, just a regular storage unit door. But it's that whole thing, right? I put a lot of variables in there. We had to go up there. Basically, and of course, you know where we're at, right? When we're up there, way up in the boonies, we got no cell service. So we couldn't even really make a phone call. The internet's not working. So there, you know what I'm saying? So there's a variable. So it's not like we could just run down the road to the guy's shop and say, hey, man, like it's right down this road to this road to this road. Like, like it's 10, 15, 20 minutes away. No. Like you said, it's an hour. No. Forgot to pay electric bill, I guess. And so it was I'm having all kinds of power issues. So it was not cool. And then, like I said, we got up there, we started messing with the job, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's like, this is not good. And then, like I said, the kick in the hiney was, like I said, we get on the main road, and it's just like, I'm in the truck with the AC, the van, whatever, just blaring, shirt still off, just dripping wet. You know how it is, like even your underwear looks like you peed yourself because you're just so wet. And I just see that black sky up there, and I went, oh my gosh, no way. And it just, like I said, just hammered us. And I was just like, I don't need this. This has been a long day. Everything went wrong. I really don't need to fight a storm on the ride home. So now it was one of those things I should have just, like I said, I should have learned. I should have said, nope. Oh, one of your guys can do it? Absolutely. I will give you some money back if you want. If you don't, I don't even think he wanted it. He just wanted it done. He's just that type of guy, wants it, just want it done. I want it done now. And, yeah, I screwed up on that one. So that's why, like I said, when it comes to those distance ones, I just really hesitate on that. Like I said, I know some guys, will charge more, blah, 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 maybe. But there's just so many things that you can't control. Construction. Where was I at today? They're shutting down a road. I was just doing something today. I was like, there's no notice about this. They shut down a road. They're working across it. I'm like, oh my gosh, traffic's all backed up. This is not fun. Anywho, what is it, 10:30? Got a few. We got 6 likes, by the way. Appreciate that. Like I said, I wasn't really even going to come on tonight. So I'm glad at least you joined. If you guys got any questions before I leave, ask away. Or if you got anything, doing good, business good, economy's great, let me know. I have been looking at a Genie battery backup, though. Maybe for a personal use. Maybe. Got to have that battery backup, baby. I don't know. They don't last. Some don't last. All right, guys. I'm going to head out. Hope you guys have a great night. Thanks, Rich B. Tony, like I said, too, let me know. If you got pictures or whatever, just maybe. I'm not saying no for sure. I just I don't know much about them. I don't know what they got for screens, how you clean them. It's all new to me. I'm not an HVAC guy. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking I'm going to try. If I do, we'll gut it. Put it in. Learn something new. You know what I mean? All right. I think I got food somewhere, and a shower, and a bed somewhere. See you guys. Keep your fingers. Take care. Let me know. Email me, text me, all that good stuff. If you get a new one, try for 410A. What's 410A? What's a 410A? You have to let me know, Richby. I don't know what a 410A is. Hopefully, what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking it could have overheated in the box. Shh. I know, Richby. I know. I'm already getting spankings on this. I know. But surge protector. I don't think we had any power outages because if we had power, I think the first thing that would have went is that guy. That guy would have went too, or computers. We had nothing else, just that. So my guess is it got a little hot, a little toasty in there. But there's other circuit boards up in that head unit, so that's what makes me nervous. That one thing leads to another thing. I knew when I was taking the cover off. I could smell it. Ooh, 410. Oh, try for 410. I think that's what this one had. It said on that label. So the 410A. That's a good point. Good point. Maybe Tony will let me know. He's got the charge. I don't understand how those charge lines work. I mean, I kind of was watching a little bit. I get it. So, like, it sounds like with those ones, you don't maybe have to do the vacuum on them. I don't know. All learning. But I love it. I love it. Okay, so Rich says yes. Okay, so 410A. That's good to know. Good to know. Thanks for the info. Talk to you later, guys. We'll see ya.